And by the way, happy White History Month. For those who don't know, July is White History Month. I started this month because white people are not recognized and appreciated. And if it wasn't for white Americans, there would be no America. All right. And all these POCs, people of color, who are coming here, who are already here, and you're angry at the white people. If it wasn't for them, you'd be stuck in your S-hole countries. From this point forward, July is White History Month. All right. Tell everybody and their mama about it as well.
I don't know where you got your schooling at, but your vocabulary is horrible.
I know. Isn't that
It's
mess?
horrible.
A
And
mess.
I don't understand
It's
how
a
they
mess.
put you on television. All the white guys behind them. You need to take lessons from these guys.
Okay, I will. But that's good advice. It's so amazing to me, too, that I run a national organization for 28 years that I founded. I write books up and down the coast. I give public speeches around the country and been invited to do it around the world. I do a radio and a national TV show. I can barely speak English. I have a cleft lip and all that, so my palate, it's a mess. It's all from God. I don't understand it either.
How did you get that job is my point.
God.
I'm older than you, Jesse. I'm 71 years old. I'm older than you, and I live I'm retired, and I live better than you.
And you're still angry, insecure,
no, I'm not
emotional.
Angry. I just want you to know, how did you get a job? And you can't. Your vocabulary is horrible.
But it's not so bad that it didn't get your attention and made you call in.
I don't understand how people listen can hear you, man. Can understand you.
The same way you are. You should be grateful that white people founded and created the greatest country on this side of heaven so that you would not be stuck in Africa or somewhere.
So I wouldn't be stuck in Africa.
Yeah.
Well, then, you know what? you can conclude yourself in that, Jesse.
Well, I am grateful. That's why I started and founded White History Month, because I'm grateful.
Well,
are you grateful?
Started. White folks didn't start it.
No, I started it. Why aren't you fit to be a father?
I believe that I'm a little bit too selfish to be a father.
Oh, so you're a beta male, huh?
A beta male, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
That was a question.
Oh, a beta male? That's
Are you a beta male?
Like when you're cooning for the white man, does it really feel like you're like actually making any sort of statement?
You said cooning for the white man?
Yes.
Are
Sir.
you white or black?
I'm a white man. You definitely blame black people for pretty much everything that's wrong with them, but you ignore all the systemic problems that do clearly exist with police brutality and things of that nature.
There is no police brutality. Because your father is Satan, all you're doing, and then your
father is Satan.
And your lack of respect for black people, all you're doing is helping them stay in their hellhole by making excuses for them, because secretly in your heart, you know that you want them in that condition so that you can feel sorry for them, you can use them and all that, because you don't love black people. If you loved black people, you would not make up excuses for them. You would be honest with them and hope that they will overcome. You don't love black people. You're a hypocrite.
No, sir, you just said that my father was Satan?
Yes.
Do you understand how disrespectful that is?
No, isn't true.
I've been very respectful to you.
And you said that I was cooning.
Satan is not my father.
When you said that I was cooning for the white man, was that respecting me?
Well, you are.
So are you respecting me when you say that?
Oh, well, I have no meaning to...
Were you respecting me when you said that? Give me a yes or no.
No.
I didn't think so. So you're being a hypocrite.
I didn't believe you deserved the respect because I think you're kind of a piece of shit.
So when I say Satan is your father, do you think I believe you deserve respect?
No, but Satan is not my father. And I
He
don't
is.
think
Satan is your father. You're a weak man. You're not worthy of children according to you. And the reason you're weak because Satan is your daddy. If Satan wasn't your daddy, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? If Satan wasn't your daddy, you wouldn't be a weak beta male.
Yeah, but what do you mean by beta male?
A beta male is a male who look like a man but think like a woman. And
Okay.
that's you. I have with me Benjamin Dixon. Benjamin is the founder of the Progressive Army and host of the Benjamin Dixon Show. And I want to talk to Benjamin about President Trump, the fallen Messiah, Barack Obama, how he failed this country so desperately. Your first of all, your impression of the Great White Hope. This is the first year of him being elected. How would you rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best?
10 being the best. I mean, for your audience, I'm sure your audience was going to say that Donald Trump is a 15, right? But in reality, in every measurable sense, he's a 1, a negative. If we could give a negative rating, he's going to go down as the worst president in the history of this country and the most incompetent and the most laughable president that we've ever had. He's an embarrassment. He's a stain.
You know, I didn't ask you about Obama. I'm talking about.
You're talking about your great white hope,
right.
your great white messiah of Donald Trump.
Right. You gave me
because how do you
Obama. I didn't ask about Obama.
You're a man of God, right? You're Reverend Jesse Lee, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So how can you honestly sit here and say to your audience with a straight face that you think Donald Trump is a great president? He's an embarrassment. How do you look at what he does?
An embarrassment?
He's an he has a speaking ability of, he can't string together a coherent sentence to save his life, right? So he's
Benjamin,
yeah.
Calm down.
How
number one,
you asked me a question and I'm answering.
How is he an embarrassment?
How is he? The better question would be, how is he not an embarrassment?
How is he an embarrassment?
Not an embarrassment?
That's not an answer.
Look at how he. Okay, let's go. How much time do I have to give this specific answer?
Give me a quick answer as to how is he an embarrassment? What has he done to embarrass the country?
He is an embarrassment on domestic policy.
In what way?
In every sense of the way.
No, that's not an answer.
It's
in
like
what
asking,
way?
how's he? Okay, I'm going to do it from your perspective. How is he not an embarrassment when he couldn't even he has the House, he has the Senate, and he has the White House. He can't even repeal Obamacare that you guys have been trying to do for the last 8 years. That should be an embarrassment to you. It's an embarrassment that he's trying to repeal and get 30 million people off of health care. That should be an embarrassment.
You're not answering the question.
Your goal, I'm answering your question. He should be an embarrassment to you. Here's number 2. Why he should be an embarrassment to you. Number 2 is because he can't get tax breaks through. This is like the crown jewel of republicanism, and Republicans are coming out in mass against a bill that should be a slam dunk for him. So from your vantage point, how is he not an embarrassment?
You realize you didn't give us anything, right? You're just throwing out words. But President Trump is dealing with rhino Republicans who don't want him there. They don't want to do anything for the country. And in spite of that, he's still moving the country forward when it comes to dealing with the taxes. He now has made a way has been made so that he can take the taxes to the next level. He have put a conservative judge on the Supreme Court. He's brought back jobs already, and he's made a way where companies that left this country because of restrictions or regulations and high taxes are now coming back.
You're talking about the
unemployment
in Indiana?
The unemployment filing have gone down under the president. Are those the embarrassing things that you're talking about?
When did Barack Obama's budget end?
No, that's
when
not
did
the
the
question.
fiscal year for Barack Obama end?
Are those the embarrassing things that you're talking about?
Well, when did Barack Obama's fiscal year end? When is
You're
Donald
not
Trump's
answering the
economy?
question.
When does Donald Trump's economy take place into full effect?
Are those the embarrassing things that you're talking about? There was, I don't know what state this was in or what this person was running for, but 2 transgenders won. One Democratic male pretended to be a woman beat a Republican who was against men going into women's bathroom. Are you for transgenders running for offices in our country?
Why would we not be? Why should they not be able to run for office in the United States?
No, I'm
Answer that.
asking you, are you for that?
Clearly,
are
I'm
you in
for-
support of transgenders running for office?
Clearly. So let me answer this two ways. One, yes. Two, I'm in favor for anyone and everyone who's a citizen of the United States to run for office. Why would you not be? Why should they be relegated to not being able to hold office in the United States of America?
Just as in the military, if a man or woman is confused about his or her gender, that says that they're not stable enough to run the
Jesse,
country. You were quoted as saying Jesus was a socialist.
Absolutely.
And I'm just following his lead.
Absolutely.
As a Christian, you believe that Jesus was a socialist?
As a Christian, do you believe Jesus was a capitalist?
Answer that question, Benjamin.
Particularly, I mean, see, I guess you don't understand that simple principle. Yes, of course, Christ. I mean, honestly, you can't pigeonhole the kingdom of God economic system, and what Republicans and conservatives like yourself have done for an entire generation is try to make
You're
it
not
seamless
answering
conflation.
that question either.
I actually am answering your question.
You're
I'm answering
rambling
your question.
on about nothing.
It's really that.
Why
Jesse,
do you
it's really
believe
that you don't
that
have
Jesus?
the comfort. You
What
can't-
was it
you
about?
can't-
Was
you
about
can't
Jesus?
answer-
What about
Jesus makes him a
that made
capitalist?
you think that he was a socialist?
What about Jesus makes him a capitalist
I
to you?
didn't
Because
say
clearly
he
you
was
believe
a
he's
capitalist either. I
You
never said
believe
that.
he is.
I never said that.
Clearly, do you? Okay, so do
I
you
never
believe he's a
said
capitalist?
that, and that's not
Do you
my
believe he's a
belief.
Yeah.
But
What's your belief? What is the
no,
kingdom
no.
of God economic system?
You're running away from the question again.
What is the king? No, the real
What
core
was
question
it
is because
about
you have very.
Jesus?
I'm
What?
sorry, Jesse. I can't entertain elementary questions, right? Because you have this rudimentary understanding of the entire of society in general, and so you're trying to make it a strict dichotomy, right? An on-off binary to say either he was a capitalist or socialist. But the question really remains is that if you don't believe his system was socialist, then what do you believe it was?
Why do you believe? Why do you believe his
Here's
system was a socialist system? Why do you believe that as a Christian?
I believe that it was far closer to socialism than it was to the capitalism that many Christians are trying to shove down, are saying that he was. Christ was not a capitalist.
What was about
Christ
Jesus? What did Jesus do or say to imply that he was a socialist? You're not answering that. And you said you believe that he was a socialist.
Yeah.
What about him that caused you to believe that?
What did he tell the rich young ruler?
You're still asking questions. You're not answering questions.
What did he tell? I'm sure your audience understands that question.
What was it about Jesus?
I mean, you can't even tell me the answer to that simple
What
question.
did he
so
say?
Not really on terms. You're not really able to have a conversation.
Benjamin, what did Jesus do or say that implied to you that he's a socialist and caused you to believe that?
Yeah. So, I mean, I just answered the question.
No, you didn't.
What
You asked
he had
the question.
a fabulous conversation. He had a fabulous conversation with a rich young ruler.
Benjamin, what about that conversation that made you think that Jesus was a socialist? Answer that. What did he say to that guy or do to that guy that caused you, Benjamin, to believe that Jesus was a socialist? Benjamin Dixon, I'd like to know that.